My feed
is nonstop, yo.
Inundated. We're all laughing because I was joking around before about how this has never happened before in internet history.
Yes.
I literally believe sincerely,
yeah.
and I mean this, and you thought that I was being hyperbolic.
I don't.
I'm not.
I don't.
He is showing up on my feed non-fucking-stop.
Dude.
I'm not clicking on it. It's just next video is him in that accent, which I don't know what the fuck country that is.
I'll be trying to figure that shit out too.
And the entire media is attacking him on a daily basis. Buy the special, motherfucker. Buy the special. Real talk.
Here's what's crazy. I've been seeing him on TikTok.
TikTok. Do you know what I'm saying?
He everywhere, yo. He unstoppable.
Instagram.
His YouTube shorts.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube shorts.
You're wearing your YouTube shorts right now. You were talking about. You got your YouTube shorts on right now.
Oh, fuck you. All I'm trying to say is Hunter Biden got.
No, he's undeniably funny. You can't even act like a guy not funny.
He's funny. Yeah,
he's funny, bro.
If he's playing in your city, go see him. Watch his show. Just let him see that you support him, because right now he's being surrounded by people in this industry who are letting him know that he has to apologize, who are letting him know that people, Jimmy Fallon talking about people coming and crying for his Me Too comments. So it is important that he see that you guys are out there. And I know he'll probably play it off and he'll probably be embarrassed by the support, because this right now to me is the most egregious, blatant example of the left taking someone out for using their words. Worse, taking a comedian out for using his words.
Have you seen the guy who does YouTube videos and he like breaks down comedians acting like he just doesn't acting like they're great, and it's almost like a scientific breakdown of jokes?
Yeah.
He goes through Chris D'Elia's, and it is so fucking funny. He just destroys him. Oh my God.
Oh, good. Okay.
He's like, see, right here, he's repeating it so that people know that he's making a joke, which is very effective. You can tell he's a seasoned comedian because he said it 4 to 5 times to get people laughing, and he's laughing, which is
yes, it's so good. Chris D'Elia. The reason, if you're wondering why we're making fun of him, is because he has sex with children.
If I see another person who's done stand-up for 3 years, it's like, my special's coming out in 2 weeks, I'm gonna fucking, I'm pissed, dude.
I do teach piano lessons as well.
Oh yeah? Oh, you're a teacher? Oh yeah? Whoa. He's all like, I'm a teacher. Oh my God, there's so many trash comedians, I can't even fucking believe it.
And like the whole crew's like, yes, Myles, like, yes. And Myles is like, just doing God's work here.
No, come on, he did not say that.
Yeah,
he did not say that.
No, he did. He said, just doing
I don't think he has any like unironic fans. Like I said, his entire community just makes fun of him. It's amazing.
One of the things that I think is interesting about this is that, this is the third one of these videos that they released. And the first one, there was tremendous outrage. Second one, tremendous outrage. And that's when YouTube said, we're not going to let you post these videos.
I went and saw him at the Palladium about a year or two ago. And it was one of the worst shows I've ever seen. And one of my friends, another comic that I respect a lot, gave him a standing ovation. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he was like, I understand why you feel the way you do, but I just love seeing the act. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. What was bad about that? It was aggressively corny.
It's tricky too, responding to a crowd like that too, because you have to be funny, but you can't be too mean, right? You can't hit a fly with a sledgehammer.
It's one of the best stupid, poor comedians working today, for sure.
I just really encourage this group to think carefully about this sad attempt at humor.
Merry post-Christmas. Whoa. Hair sticking up in the back. There we go. That was embarrassing, eh? Not ready for that one. Welcome to Rumble Explained by an Expert, mostly Gutfeld edition, but of course, we got all sorts of videos out here in the Rumbleverse to check out. Oh, let me activate the... What the hell? Let's get this YouTube chatting on the big screen here. There we go. Anyway, I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. Let's see who's in the chat today. We got J5150-S6V. Don't know how to pronounce that. Asking if there's bingo today. You better believe there's bingo today. It's on Twitch if you want to play bingo. go to the Twitch Bachelors of Music and click that weird button on the screen on the little, should be somewhere on this, up here or down here, right on the viewer screen. You could play some Gutfeld bingo. If you win Gutfeld bingo, you get to link a link in the chat. I will watch your video and explain it best I can at the very end of the stream. Merry Christmas, DJ Chemix. Merry Christmas, Atella Disco. King Shaman's Atella Disco throwing a little couple shillings. They should call them shillings. A halfpenny, if you will, in the spirit of the Christmas season. I hope you guys all still have your Christmas wallpapers up on your desktop computers. Merry Gregmas. Hey, that's pretty good too. We are free to, and remember, you know, you say Merry Christmas from right after Halloween all the way till Christmas. Then after Christmas, you say Merry Post Christmas. That's what I say to people throughout the rest of the year. Even in the summertime, I say, hey, Merry Post Christmas. Now let's get right to it. We got some great Christmas content to watch. Because during Christmas, I was away. I think I was supposed to guest host for Gutfeld, but they pulled me at the last second. It might be Tom Shalhoub. I'm not sure, but I think we're going to be having a lot of guest hosts, and hopefully we don't have a Greg Gutfeld clip show, because I hate clip shows are a real cop out. I'll tell you that much. Let's take a look here. What we got: the perfect gift. The perfect gift by Andrew Tate here. Andrew Tate, who is recovering in hospital after his boxing match, unfortunately, along with Jake Paul. Maybe they're in the same hospital together. That'd be fun. Hey, that'd be a fun. Imagine the riffs in that hospital room. It'd be like the Mothership Green Room. Andrew Tate, Jake Paul, swapping jokes. Anyway, let's take a little watch here. We've got a couple little short Christmas messages from our favorite comics to check out here before the Gutfeld bingo begins. So let's take a little peek. I haven't watched this yet, so let's see a little bit of the Christmas spirit.
This Christmas, everyone's getting gifts that'll be worthless by February, except you. That new iPhone, no better than the one already in your pocket. That designer hoodie, you've got 10 in your closet already. Every gift under your tree adds nothing new, except one. The real world is the only gift that keeps on giving. New income method dropped. It's in the campus by Monday. AI just changed.
New income methods drop? You can get a So I think this is Andrew Tate's app, where you subscribe to his course and he shows you how to become very wealthy very quickly.
We're teaching it tomorrow. While your Christmas gifts collect dust, the real world keeps printing new value. Day one, you learn a skill.
Inside the real world, there's the quiz, of course, that helped me choose Consecration Campus.
Like this guy, star student, he's about to become so successful that he becomes perfectly smooth and red.
I joined the copywriting campus.
Day 14, you close your first client.
I had a client pay me around 1,000 a month. That's the way I closed my first clients.
Day 30, you're making more than you spent on Christmas.
When I finally X my investment, around 10K USD.
20 grand.
Day 90, you're the one buying the gifts.
Those are big numbers, hey? They're throwing out big numbers. This is a good gift.
Almost 30K.
I've probably made around 50K in the real world.
Every other gift under the tree loses value the second you open it. The real world gains value the second you join. Join the real world now and start making money today.
Join the real world. I thought you're supposed to go to university.com. I guess that's the first one, right? That's how the education is. First you finish high school, or even in high school, I think you can join university.com. You finish your university.com, then you get to join the real world after that, just like in real life. That's pretty cool. Andrew Tate, 2.2 million followers here on Rumble, selling the perfect. I hope you guys did. Any of you guys get this perfect gift? I hope you did. Now, a small announcement from Dave Rubin before we get the bingo started. Get your bingo cards. But look at this thumbnail. We've got everything you could want. We've got happy white children and their white Santa dad with a beautiful tree. Snow falling indoors. Very, very tough trick to pull off. We've got Caucasian Jesus and his or no, this is Joseph. Jesus is down here. This is Joseph and Mary, and Mary's here saying, I have no idea how this baby got in me, but he's here now, and I've never even looked at another man, but this sneaky baby snuck in there, and now he's here, and bless him, he is here to save us. And then all the animals are looking at the baby, being like, why is he being born in a barn? Well, that barn baby, turns out, would be for all of us.
Oh, hello there. You know, every year at this time, the world pauses.
Hey, Dave Rubin. Now, he's obviously mostly a commentator now, different than comedian, but you can see his comedic chops here on display. These glasses, they're not like normal glasses, guys. These are not like normal these are very comedic glasses. Thank you for the biddies, Satella Disco. These are very different, very wacky glasses. So that's why they're funny. They're very strange and different. And he's pretending like he doesn't notice. Like, these are his private glasses. He's being very silly in private. And cameras are on.
Oh, hello there. You know, every year at this time, the world pauses, whether we realize it or not. And I think that
And now here comes the piano chords.
Pause is part of what makes this season so powerful. Historically and biblically, Christmas begins in a very specific moment. 2,000 years ago, the world was under Roman rule, an empire defined by force,
Roman Empire, PC culture, force. Rosie O'Donnell was in charge, basically. Communism, very socialist government.
Hierarchy and control. According to the gospel accounts, a Roman census brought a young Jewish couple, Mary and Joseph, to Bethlehem. There, fulfilling ancient Hebrew prophecies about a Messiah descending from the line of King David, Jesus was born, not in a palace, but in a stable, laid in a manger. The biblical story itself is striking. Angels announce the birth not to kings or elites, but to shepherds, ordinary working people.
Yep.
Wise men from the east follow a star, showing that this
Look at this guy. He's like, show me your baby. He's crouched right up next to that baby. Let me smell him. Let me smell this Jesus baby you got here. That's a good one. Fresh.
This moment wasn't just meant for one nation, but for the world. From the very beginning, the Christmas story makes a radical claim that God enters human history in humility, vulnerability, and peace. That idea was revolutionary. The notion that the divine would take on human form, live among the poor, and elevate the dignity of the individual flipped the ancient world upside down. These teachings, love your neighbor, care for the least among you, value every life, spread through small Christian communities, often under intense persecution, long before Christianity was accepted by Rome. Over time, those biblical ideas reshaped civilization itself.
And the Romans were like, nope. We want to have drag queen reading hour at the library. And Jesus was like, fuck you.
They influenced the rise of hospitals, charitable institutions, education, and the belief that moral law applies to rulers as much as to the ruled.
Look at this. Hey, it's our stream. Look at that. There's me. And here's all you guys. And here's Satalo Disco right here with a couple bits. King Shaman praying behind, more bits on the way.
Even today, many of our Christmas traditions, gathering as families, generosity, caring for strangers, are deeply rooted in those early Christian and biblical values. At its core, Christmas is about hope.
Christian and biblical.
hope entering history. It's the belief that light can break through the darkness and that the world is ultimately transformed not through power or coercion, but through love, responsibility, and moral courage. As many of you know, I'm Jewish. I didn't grow up celebrating Christmas, but I deeply respect what Christmas represents biblically, historically, and culturally. The values it introduced into the world.
What? Travis Gravity with the biddies. Thank you. Bless you and peace be upon you, Travis Gravity. Merry Christmas.
Human dignity, compassion, accountability are values that continue to hold our civilization together. And maybe that's the real takeaway.
So, Dave Rubin, I thought he was one of the most Christmassy men alive. Turns out he's Jewish, which means, listen, you can say Merry Christmas no matter what religion you have. Okay? Buck up.
Time when everything feels politicized, chaotic, and divided.
Jewish but Christian, gay but straight. Specs. Exactly. Exactly.
Christmas reminds us that meaning doesn't come from outrage, power, or tearing each other down. It comes from telling the truth, treating people as individuals, strengthening our families and communities, and
yes, treat people as individuals, not as a group.
Choosing optimism over cynicism.
Hey,
and if we can carry even
beacons.
a little bit of that spirit into the rest of the year, long after the decorations are down and the cookies are gone, I think we'll be doing just fine. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hey, see that? Dave Rubin, Jewish man, throws out a Merry Christmas. And you know what? And he's fine. He's fucking fine. All right, let's get the bingo going. Guys, I think we're going to have a real light dose of Gutfeld. So I got lots of bullshit between episodes here for us because, as you know, it was a sacred week last week. There he is. There he is. Now I better see Greg. Let's get the bingo going. Get your bingo cards. Hey, we got some players. Welcome aboard, everybody. Yay, bullshit. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Amy's twitching. I swear to God, this better be Greg. If this is Kat Timpf or Tom Shalhoub, oh boy. Okay, next best thing, we got Tyrus. We do have Tyrus. Tyrus is a guest. Now, number 66, I'm going to give it because I'm still in a charitable Christmas mood today. So I'm going to be real loose with these bingos. I'm going to be real loose. We can get very abstract with the bingo definitions here. What an honor for Tyrus, though, eh?
What it is. Happy Monday, everyone.
What it is. What it is. Very, what is it? What's it? What it is? What's a girl to do is what it is. What is?
As you probably know, I'm not Greg. I'm Tyrus.
Bosses Das?
Who's actually in for Greg on this very special edition of Gutfeld. Let's welcome tonight's guest. He's so white, his nickname in high school was Clorox.
There he is.
Fox News contributor Tom Shalhoub. Also, when he was in high school, he was voted most likely to scare the hell out of people. Mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, Glenn Jacob.
Mayor of Tennessee. Time to laugh.
He makes women lust while he battles against rust. Fox News contributor Johnny Joey.
He makes Zoolander with the 69 biddies. Hey, that's a very funny number. Thank you. Making me lust while battling rust. Now, I think that means the physical. I think that means the physical chemical reaction, you know, with when iron oxidizes or whatever it is. Not the video game Rust, where you build a base with your friends and then say racial slurs to the other team members.
If you could use her name in Scrabble, you'd be undefeated. Financial analyst Heather Zumaraga. Okay, let's do some jokes. A new report.
Okay, so these are jokes. Thank you for prefacing. It's important to distinguish when the jokes are going to happen here. Across Jimmy Kimmel. Okay, I'm just going to... Let's see if I can predict it here. 197 liberal guests appeared and only 2 conservative ones. That is so... Oh, first of all, Coastal Elites, number 7. Absolutely. Coastal Elites. Check that one right off there. 197 liberal guests. Now, I'm glad someone's counting. I'm glad that they're clocking this, whoever it is, but it's important to keep stats. I love sports stats. You know, I love watching the game and knowing, hey, this is the best. This is the best a pitcher has thrown in the 3rd inning on March 2nd since 1993. I live for that shit. So I'm glad someone is tracking the stats of late night talk shows and being like, who's a liberal, who's a conservative, who made a joke about their wife being annoying. I need that stuff in my life.
Report shows that in 2025, late night hosts Kimmel, Colbert, and Fallon had 197 liberal guests and only 2 conservative ones.
And who were the 2 conservative ones? Gutfeld, we know for sure, is one of those. And who would the other conservative one be? Maybe Gutfeld again? Maybe that's the joke.
Although technically it was...
They're going to make a joke about Greg Gutfeld.
1.5.
I fucking lock in. I lock in. This is what happens when I drink eggnog for 7 days straight. I'm in the zone. Gutfeld, that's a Gutfeld burn.
Yeah, because he's small. S-M-all, small.
Very good. He's short. Number 59.
A British man broke a Guinness World Record by spending 42 consecutive hours singing Christmas songs.
Okay, a British man. So, who's this going to be? So, already, British man. We're thinking number 20 is gay. Great Brexit. What do they sing? What do they sing? Songs about figgy pudding? There's a song about figgy pudding. Charles Dickens, 3 friendly ghosts come to visit. Ebenezer Scrooge, tell him. Oh, look it, EastEnders is on the telly. EastEnders is on. Merry Christmas, everybody.
And here's the really amazing part. He's not even gay.
Can you fucking believe what I've just done? That's 2 in a row. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Clip that and stick it in your pipe and smoke it.
Cher is being accused of lip syncing during her recent SNL appearance, but she denied it,
saying, this is tough. I don't know the Cher jokes.
I haven't been able to move my lips in years.
That's plastic surgery joke there.
I believe her.
I'm going to say is old on that one.
The DNC says that after completing an autopsy of their 2024 presidential loss, they decided not to release the report.
Yeah, because it's probably, the report is probably shows more Epstein files. I don't know. It's kind of weak. We'll see. Oh, election autopsy might be on Joe Biden because Joe Biden is old and dead. Please. Please. Oh, super garble. we're on the same wavelength here. Similar eggnog brain.
Adding that there are other autopsies that they haven't released also.
And there it is. 3 out of 4 so far. And it sounds like a sparse crowd tonight. Less than a dozen people in the Gutfeld audience. Italo Disco, thank you for the biddies. Now let's just check these off. Let me get to work here. We got Joe Biden. Yes, is old.
Silverware was stolen from France's presidential palace. Police now recommend that French citizens hide their valuables in safes labeled deodorant.
Hey, that's a joke about the French being absolutely stinky. Great joke. So true. I'm going to say the French, I'm going to say is race, because French is a race of people. People that smell, for sure. Let me just fix this Twitch alerts. They're too small. There we go. Let's get this larger here. I can't read them. There we go. That'll really ruin the stream. Perfect.
Because no one would ever go there.
Thank you. In this case, Tyrus explains the joke. Thank you.
On this day in 1882, the first string of Christmas lights was created by Thomas Edison. Also on this day in 1882,
the first Nancy Pelosi was born, and the same one that is today.
First Christmas tree fire.
It's just an electricity joke. All right.
The latest Epstein file drop includes a photo of, I always say your name wrong, Ghislaine.
That's a slip up. Elaine Maxwell, and who's this?
Maxwell cuddling with magician David Copperfield.
David Copperfield. What? 51 pervert.
Not to be outdone, Hillary Clinton made Jeffrey Epstein disappear.
And Hillary Clinton has killed people. And it was Clinton who killed Epstein for sure. Because he was about to reveal all the Democrats who were doing sex crimes. Very good.
Nothing under her sleeves. And finally, a new report claims half of Gen Z do not have faith in their college education, protecting them from AI-related job losses.
This is why Gen Z, I'm going to tell you this now, every single one of you needs to be a roofer. Okay? I know a lot of people say that's a tough job to do, but AI is never going to do roofs. Okay? Once America has 65 million roofers, okay, we'll fucking have some roofs.
The other half used AI to fill out the survey. All right, let's do some stories. You'll get money from Nome if you take your ass home. So today, Kristi Noem announced that the DHS is tripling the payout for illegal immigrants to self-deport through the end of the year, from 1,000 to 3,000.
Yeah, so Celtron, you're correct. So the jokes kind of stop here, but he did do a rhyming bit. So this is kind of like a, I mean, this is the thing, right? He does a little monologue here. This is a classic format of Gutfeld. Then they make some sort of epic political point that makes a lot of sense, changes a lot of hearts and minds, but also it is peppered in with jokes.
American dollars.
Well, it's home for the holidays season, so not only are we returning those kiddos back to their families that Biden lost, we also are saying that if you voluntarily want to go home now to your country, if you're in this United States of America illegally, we will give you $3,000 through the holidays to send you home, and that includes people that
she did say holidays. Very interesting.
have not been detained, maybe have interacted with us, are detained and don't have criminal charges against them, yeah, raise your hand. We'll help you get home. We'll facilitate it, and you might get the chance to come back to this country the right way someday. If you wait until we interdict you and detain you and arrest you and have to deport you ourselves, you'll never get the chance to come back.
Yeah. And if you leave, don't even think trying to sneak back in. Definitely not through a doggy door.
Okay, so I told you the jokes keep coming. I'm gonna need to think about this one though. I'm gonna need to okay, I need to hear this one again really quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, I need this set. Okay, so the premise is that Kristi Noem will give you money to leave America, and then the punchline.
The right way someday. If you wait until we interdict you and detain you and arrest you and have to.
Yeasty pipes. Yeasty pipes with the yeasty pipes. You got it. You got, and Travis Gravity. I will give you both credit for that. When you were first,
Deport you ourselves.
Yeah.
You'll never get the chance to come back.
She shoots dogs.
Yeah. And if you leave, don't even think trying to sneak back in. Definitely not through a doggy door.
Yeah, and the coy look on Tyrus. He knows that was a little dark joke there. People don't like it when dogs are murdered. But it's a funny joke about Kristi Noem. She famously killed a dog, which, is cruel. But in terms of career, generated a lot of buzz, got the attention of Donald Trump. Now she is in charge of the Department of Homeland Security. And, so sometimes you got to kill an animal and then write about it if you want to be noticed by people in power that are going to help promote you.
Too soon? Shalou, right now, there's a guy somewhere in South America who took the deal back in July and only got $1,000. Do you feel bad for him, or do you think he's going to make a move back to try to get some more cheese?
Yeah.
Okay, throws it to Shalou. That means it's time to go. Gutfeld's off probably most this week. I think generally he goes to Jackson Hole, to like a large timber frame cabin with a lot of the other Fox News people, and they have skiing and hot chocolate and Baileys, and they stay in a place that's like $30,000 a day and snowmobiling, and they bring all their families there, and God, it must be the best. Or whatever hole. Fucking Shalou.
Good evening, everyone.
God damn.
Yes, I am Tom Shalou in for Greg on this very special edition of Gutfeld.
Thank you, Satella
Okay, let's
Disco.
do some jokes. In the new Melania Trump documentary, the First Lady tells Donald he'll be remembered as the peacemaker. However, that's a little close to the nickname of our last president, the
pacemaker.
Pacemaker.
Yeah. I was too late on that one. I heard the alliteration coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's old.
Harvesters are reporting a global shortage of frankincense. So if you're a wise man...
I thought they were going to make a Frankenstein joke there. But if you're a wise man, get on down to Target and get a sale.
Try to load up on the myrrh. Myrrh!
That's a Bible joke. A little Bible joke for you guys.
Disney and Hulu are celebrating the 35th anniversary of Home Alone by constructing the world's largest gingerbread house. And you'll never guess who they're getting to play Kevin. Wow. Did we get him to do that?
Is that AI Greg Gutfeld? Is that Gutfeld? Is that him? Can you guys, is that Gutfeld? I can't really tell. that might be Greg Gutfeld or an AI approximation of it. God, it's getting better every day, you know. We'll look back at this when the AI slop becomes really good, and we'll be like, hey, you know what? Baby steps, but now we're here and we all enjoy it so much.
Yeah. Over 200 Indian nationals have been recruited to fight for Russia against Ukraine.
Okay, 200 Indian nationals fighting for Russia. Are they going to make a joke? They got to make some sort of Indian race joke. You got to.
Putin is calling it Operation Tech Support.
I had too many in my head, right? And I'm like, what are they going to make a joke about diarrhea? Are they going to make a joke about, I mean, tech support's right there. But, you know, maybe Apu from The Simpsons reference. Do not redeem. Exactly. But I couldn't really tell where he was going with that one. Didn't seem obvious to me. Which makes it funnier.
Sunday was the shortest day of the year, but to make it seem longer, many people attended a Joe DeVito comedy show.
Joe DeVito.
Like the long shot of Joe there.
That was Joe Mackey. I can tell Mackey wrote that one.
Joe Mackey.
I know, we got to go with what we got, though. Kate Winslet claims she was told to settle for, quote, fat girl parts for acting work.
Settle for fat girl parts for acting work. Uh-oh. Come on, this must be a Rosie O'Donnell joke here.
Meanwhile, actual fat girls were told to settle for Joe DeVito.
I'm actually cool with that one.
That's right. That's right. I gave you one. Okay, and finally, a stolen statue of Bruce Lee was returned to its home in a Bosnian town square. So once again, when you think of Bruce Lee, you think Bosnia. All right, now to my searing monologue. Do you remember that autopsy of the 2024 election that Democrats ordered a few months ago?
Okay, so just similar jokes as last time here.
Well, the DNC is burying the report before anyone can read it. That's like watching the Hindenburg blow up and then saying, let's fill up the next one and see what happens. And all this is after the DNC interviewed hundreds of Dems in all 50 states to create what they described as charting a path forward. So why bury it? Well, maybe because it wasn't an autopsy, but a suicide note, and they panicked. Which makes you realize if they had the capability to be honest with themselves, they'd realize they didn't need the report to begin with. All they had to do was admit voters didn't love being lectured to. But the Dems killing this is kind of perfect because the party's
favorite thing to do is to kill people, Hillary Clinton.
Favorite move after a loss is to bury the evidence and blame the voters. But this time, the autopsy apparently said the quiet part out loud. It wasn't the voters, it was them. As the New York Times notes, the unreleased report also said that the party had operated from a defensive posture on issues like public safety and immigration while ceding ground on the economy to Republicans. Translation, they ignored problems facing everyday Americans. And now they're ignoring their own mistakes. Now the sane thing to do would be to correct it, sack the crazies, and make sure this doesn't happen again. But Dems haven't learned their lesson.
Crazies.
Instead of giving their policies a facelift, they're giving themselves a makeover. Yep, Axios reports that Democrats eyeing 2028 presidential runs are losing weight, upgrading their wardrobes, and changing their hairstyles to make them more appealing to voters. Which means our writers will have to write fat jokes about J.B. Pritzker in the past.
Yeasty Pipes asking, is this a joke? Oh, J.B. Pritzker. There you go, guys. Is fat. Is fat. Okay, we're getting there. We're just trying to get to the bingo here. We're trying to get to the bingo.
Okay, we'll edit laughter in there.
These monologues are generally, again, they're politically pointed because the American people are inundated all day with mainstream media lies. And so this is just like a little, just a small amount of the truth to counteract that.
Tense.
But there's jokes. peppered in, right? Just peppered in jokes.
Yeah, he is slimmed down, causing NASA to strip his planet status.
He was so big, he was like a planet. That's the joke there. Planets are much larger than animals.
Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro is changing his dated outfits and opting for tailored, more modern suits. Mayor Pete is growing facial hair.
Yeah.
And even Cory Booker's trying a beard.
Cory Booker's gay. So a beard is a term that sometimes refers to, like, a man who's gay will have a wife that's the beard, because every time he's about to say I'm gay, she'll cover his face like this, and she'll be like, don't. And that's why they call it a beard.
But wow, Americans aren't buying it. As the end of 2025 approaches, a Quinnipiac poll found that only 18% of voters give Democrats positive marks. Their party is headed for irrelevancy. But like Stevie Wonder in math class, Dem leaders can't see the writing on the wall.
Clearly, that's an outlier poll. Listen, the most significant indicator of public sentiment is, are you winning elections or are you losing elections? And on that front, Democrats have been winning elections since January. These results aren't ambiguous. They're not unclear. They are unequivocal that the American people are rejecting Republican extremism and embracing our affordability agenda.
Okay, Hakeem says don't believe the polls. He sees midterms victory as a parade, but voters see it as a crime scene. Now, why would Dems be this unpopular? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because voters don't want their daughter sharing a bathroom with a 220-pound powerlifter named Carl.
Oh, yep. Exactly. Trans athlete policies, powerlifting.
Maybe voters agree illegals who stole taxpayer money and killed Americans should have to leave our country.
Gangs.
Maybe voters think that if you're an international drug smuggler, your drug boat should end up looking like this.
Got him.
That's boom.
Merry Christmas, person in the sea.
And here's the thing, none of this is a mystery. The autopsy didn't uncover some shocking new diagnosis. It just confirmed what voters have been saying for years. Because if Dems admit their problem is elitism, identity obsession, open borders, and calling half the country immoral, the donations would start drying up. And that's why they didn't want this report getting out, because it might force Democrats to do the unthinkable, tackle the issues regular Americans care about.
Issues.
Bottom line, killing the autopsy doesn't stop the bleeding. It just
Americans are concerned about two things, right? Is my bathroom safe? Is my bathroom? Do the penis people go in the penis room? Or do they go in the vagina room? That's the number one issue. Second issue, which religion controls Jerusalem? Those are the two things. Oh, and the third thing, gas prices. Gas, who controls Jerusalem, and who controls the women's bathroom? Three things. You know what? You could even just frame them like this. Who controls the bathroom? Who controls the gas? Who controls Jerusalem? Those are the three things. Those are the three things you need to live a comfortable life and a happy life. It's right in the Constitution, the pursuit of happiness. All you want to be happy is Jerusalem, gas, and the bathroom. And eggs. and eggs. I should say, yes, the fourth issue is the eggs. You eat the eggs, you drink the gas, you pray to Jerusalem, and you need to know when you pull your penis out, only men can see it.
Just guarantee.
You know, I don't want to give any advice to the Democrats here, because I think ideally we have Republican rule for the rest of time. But they need to go down to McKinsey. They need to go down to Bain Capital. And they need to recruit some fresh talent to run for office because they're getting old. They need to head on down to Princeton and fucking get some candidates. Cool ones.
The next one will be worse. Period. Let's welcome tonight's
Period.
guest. His performances are a great...
We're almost through 3. There's only 3 episodes of Gutfeld. We're gonna be watching a lot of Russell Brand after this. Tyrus is back.
What it is. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Tyrus, and for Greg, as if you couldn't tell.
Did he say the same? Is it the same opening joke? What it is?
On the special edition of Gutfeld, let's welcome tonight's guest. He's described as human mistletoe because
Joe
all
Mackey,
the ladies
there he
want to
is.
be underneath him. Comedian Joe Mackey.
Head writer.
He's just like Greg, only more talented. Host of One Nation and Fox and Friends, Brian Kilmeade.
Brian Kilmeade, number 4.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be wild.
Bingo!
DJ Chemix, congratulations. The winner of possibly the only bingo. The only bingo. I think, because we only have 1 episode of Tyrus Gutfeld. And Tyrus, this looks good. This looks promising. Thank you, DJ Chemix. Congratulations on your win. DJ Chemix, in this year of 2025, which we only have 2 days left of, one of the most prolific Gutfeld winners. Stand-up bingo win. I don't know what it is. It's supposedly a luck-based game. But DJ seems to be winning every single time. It's not rigged. I don't know how to... If I knew how to rig it, I would. I would rig it. I would rig it for our patrons, but I don't know how to do that. Maybe one day I'll figure out how to rig this bingo. But goddamn. Okay, well, select the winner. I mean, we'll finish. We'll do the bingo. We will do bingo. But I think it's gonna be tough. Okay, here's your bingo cards. You got a couple minutes here. Now let's check out before we get going. Here I got some more bullshit for you guys. This looks good. And I gotta say, the thumbnails in the last 2 years have really become excellent. So much more vibrant, colorful, eye-catching than they used to be. This is Russell Brand, famous comedian, beloved. He's got over 2 million followers. And look at this poop emerging. Emergy. So this is already funny because there's poo. There's already poo. He's looking at the poo. How are we gonna use? How is poo gonna factor into this joke? I'm just as excited as you are.
And what I started when I was too young to appreciate actually was that he uses the bathroom in the house like Santa does, and he leaves a note describing why he's got such a terrible bowel condition. What?
So already funny. He's got one of them accents from England that you get when you work sweeping chimneys or working at the docks or when you shovel coal in an old fireplace in the bottom of some rich bloke's house. This is already looking good. These guys look fucking tough. This guy looks like he's got a manifesto. This guy, he's got a book that says How to Worship a King behind him. So this guy obviously a professional sycophant. And now we've got Kill Bad Dudes. This guy, obviously, big advocate for blowing up boats off of Venezuela. And then we got Leopard Print, the shaman, the spiritual leader, with a book behind him that just says facts. You know, there's some facts about to happen here.
It's the British equivalent to milk and cookies, because there's no way it's just milk and cookies. It's going to be something stupid. It's
Figgy pudding and a pint of ale.
going to be like
tea,
figs, and
well, of course, one must unlock the figgy pudding and peel the parsnip.
The crumpets.
Every Yuletide Eve, we take a piece of coal. Well, actually, our family is.
Hey, he picks up a little halfling. Picks up a baby. He's got a little baby. A wean. He's got a wean.
Like milk and biscuits and a bit into carrot. Like, don't tell your sisters this. I think we can get a couple more years out of them. I don't know how you do it in your family with the staggered ages.
They're losing it, like, each one. I think Josiah was the last one, and I felt like he was heartbroken. Even the whole elf on the shelf thing. He was like,
wait a minute, you do that.
Yeah, and then I could see it, and I hated it. That all of a sudden it was like,
it's over.
But it's about Jesus.
Oh man, what about your one?
So we do
household with the traditions and with the children's imaginative compliance.
So when I grew up, my family said, no, we're going to be honest with them from the get-go. So when I was like 3 years old, from what I can remember, they were like, there's no Santa Claus. It's all made up. We don't.
Now, this is just, these guys are going to have some fun jokes here, but just as a broadcaster, let me tell you, it's important to flash your baby every once in a while, especially when you are someone like Russell Brand, very controversial comedian. If you got to flash your baby like a badge, right? It's like, like a cop can walk onto a crime scene. Hey, throw the badge up. I'm a cop. Let me, I know what I'm doing. You guys, if you're parents, make sure to flash your kids. Just throw them up. I don't know if you carry them in your jacket or in your car, but sometimes if you're having a heated argument or you're weighing in online, just flash your kid. Be like, hey, listen, I know what I'm doing. Here's a baby. I got a baby. You better fucking listen to me.
I want you to think we're liars.
And you're adopted, which you literally were.
Exactly.
Not only is there no...
Remember, Chris D'Elia's stand-up is about how he's a dad, okay? Fathers are incapable of evil. It's in the Bible. Look it up.
Christmas, we're not your parents.
We're not your parents. We just want to tell you right now.
Yeah.
And we're going to shoot your dog. You're going to what?
Easty pipes. The belt. Belt is a good place to keep a kid. Like Batman.
Turn this into a Hallmark movie. Jeez.
Yeah. Trauma from the get-go.
I had a guy that was like in the church that was making this big argument that you need to go. Like, it was a whole thing. He spoke on it, and he was like, you need to go and tell your kids right now there's no Santa Claus.
I don't agree with that.
And my argument back to him was, I don't know any churches of Santa that are out there. Like, I don't know any adults that are still just like, that's what I put my trust and faith in. And then he was kind of like, okay, this is
naturally drops off.
Yeah, it drops off at some point.
Wait, are they saying Santa's not part of the Bible? I'm pretty sure Santa's in chapter 2. This is gonna really blow my mind. I'm pretty sure Santa's there.
And I hate that I could see the sadness in his eyes. Like you do it? What do you mean?
We put some good production in over at the Brand household.
So blurry.
We've been we leave a letter from him. And what I started when I was too young to appreciate actually was that he uses the bathroom in the house like Santa does. And he leaves a note describing why he's got such a terrible bowel condition.
Leaves a Yuletide log.
It's like I put food colouring in the toilet. Now you have to be careful because red's not good because that looks like Santa's arse is bleeding.
Santa's
That's
menstruating.
cancer. That Santa has cancer.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. He's not coming next year.
Yeah.
Sadly. Now I put food dye and scribble icing around it, and like then put like sort of different unidentifiable candies, and then I leave a note where he calls it things that I consider to be good. I've got the scribbling pipsqueaks, the Stark Carmichaels. He describes his bowel diseases. I'm so sorry.
Scribbling pipsqueaks. See, that's the joke is just the language. Just a fun guy.
I panicked.
Shoot, that's actually pretty awesome.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Russell Brand. You know what? Let me do a little aside here. Just a quick aside. Russell Brand. I'm not gonna lie. I think I can find I have a picture of Russell Brand. When he gets, this is what I think he's gonna look like when he's older. You guys let me know if you agree with this. Let me just get this up on the screen here. Does this look like Russell Brand when he's older? What do you guys think? Do you think this? Do you think that's what he's gonna look like? Can you see it? Just a little bit. I mean, obviously not with the staff and the flames, but it's very similar. Otter Pops, thanks for following. Kind of does look like this now a little bit.
Panicked.
Shoot, that's actually
Otter
pretty
Pops,
awesome.
subscribe with Prime. Thank you for
I was
subscribing.
wondering if I could check my fantasy team.
Here comes the kiss on the mouth.
Jack, everything comes at a cost.
Wow, Merry Christmas.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
In the toilet, you put candies in the toilet. And oh my God!
Just Skittles and M&Ms in there.
I love that tradition. I think everyone should take on that.
We're going to take on.
Where did you get this from?
I just couldn't think of it started pretty
It
normal.
came from
you know,
your
the
head.
footprints, the flower
we
footprints now, near the
started.
half, and oh, Santa's been in here. And I thought, how do you make Santa being here in your house more interesting? And immediately, without the level, he's shitting in the toilet and he's doing sort of festive Santa crap.
And they
all
get
up there.
excited to see
That's
it. Like,
funny.
let's see.
What's he left in
Santa's
there?
dump.
Do they go check to see if he pooped?
Well, it's only really been 2 years. My children are 7 and 9, so I reckon I've been doing it. Like Peggy's been online in a.
Oh, Santa took a little Christmas shat in the toilet, in the loo. Santa went to the loo. Took a shat. He shat in the loo. Boys and girls, Santa shat in the loo. Isn't that mental? Isn't that mental? But he has to, because Santa's got poo inside him, just like you and me. He does. Oh my God. Santa shat in the loo. Mental. Absolutely mental. Mental, mate. So funny. Happy Brexit. All right, let's finish this Gutfeld. And then we're going to be watching a lot of random Rumble videos to fill out this. Because I know you guys got to get your money's worth. You're getting your money's worth today. We're getting to 2 hours. In it. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me, God. Oh, I forgot, innit? It's a little bit Gordon Ramsay. You donkey! Gordon Ramsay, very frightening cooking comedian. Very frightening.
Definitely thinks Santa's black. Host of Hotep Jesus, live Hotep Jesus. These are my intros. She's the reason Bills quarterback Josh Allen has a bodyguard. Republican strategist Aaron McGuire.
What a well-tanned woman. Great teeth. Very healthy.
Okay, let's do some jokes. It's Friday. As you know, I have not seen these, so here we go. Oh, wow. All right.
Oh, shit. Jeffrey Epstein. The guy everybody's talking about. I hope you guys had a chance to read the Epstein files around the Christmas tree this year. Always a good read. Shocking fake video of Epstein's suicide. Okay, this is just going to be a straight up Hillary Clinton. Yeah. SF81. Gordo, you're already on it. I'm going to just check that one off just to
A fake video of Jeffrey Epstein attempting suicide was posted and then deleted. But Hillary's still calling it the feel-good film of the year.
There it is, Hillary Clinton. See, we know these things.
That's how we doing today. All right. Barnes and Nobles announced it will open 60 new stores.
Barnes and Nobles. That's a little slip up.
Across the U.S. in 2026. So suck on that, Walden Books.
Interesting.
This is an old-ass crowd to know what Walden Books was. Yeah.
Thanks for explaining the joke there.
It's official. Screen time is now the #1 cause of fights between kids and their parents. But they all agreed to turn this crap off.
Jesse Waters, hey. Get him.
Clues found in Pompeii reveal how Romans made their almost indestructible concrete. Here's the breakdown.
Indestructible concrete. It's hard to, what the hell? How are we going to do a Roman joke here?
It's 50% cement and 50% Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh, man. That's a hard one to guess because Jimmy Hoffa being buried in concrete. That's a joke that is very old. It is from World War II, which was over 100 years ago. Jimmy Hoffa was a Teamsters leader who was famously disappeared by mafia Americans a long time ago. And that's why you shouldn't have unions.
Too soon. All right. President Trump has revealed plans for the Navy to develop a new line of Trump-class battleships. I think we have a shot of what they might look like here.
No, I was going to guess. I bet it has funny hair. Fuck. Okay, Amy's twitching. Amy's fishing on that one. But you know what? We're working with just a drop of Gutfeld this week. Great stuff. Very funny. Look at that hair. Tree, fair and balanced. Hair and balanced. Yeasty Pipe says, is this AI? No. As you can see, it's visually represented, which means it's real.
And also, Mr. President, a Tyrus battleship wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Hey. Wow, they switched it. That was quick. They could do that.
And if you have any spare parts, you could make one for Greg, too.
Yeah, tiny one.
Yes. The three-hitter, Mackie. A three-hitter. All right. In Texas, a swimming beaver was rescued.
Okay, beaver. Beaver is an old-timey name for a woman's vagina. Because if you've ever seen one, a woman's vagina resembles a beaver. It has four sharp yellow teeth, a black nose, little tiny hands on either side, and webbed feet for swimming, and is covered in sort of an oily fur. And, of course, it eats wood. Luke Watts, thank you.
From a water treatment reservoir. And you'll never guess who offered to give mouth-to-mouth to the beaver.
Hey, and there's Bill Clinton. Of course, he would love to give mouth-to-mouth to the beaver, because in this context, of course, we're thinking about it as the female genitalia beaver nickname that it has. Because You know, women, of course, also they like to live in small ponds and swim under logs and stash their food there. Chocolate if they're on their period. Very funny stuff. Is pervert number 51.
That's a picture just sits in your mind, doesn't it? All right. More than 50 U.S. lawmakers are retiring next year. Others have offered to quietly decompose.
Nancy Pelosi is old. There it is.
Okay,
Very
let's
funny.
get to some stories. This week, Hunter Biden did an interview where he talked about immigration.
Hunter Biden did it. That's crazy he did an interview because usually he is fully on drugs and being pegged. So I don't know how he figured this out. I'm going to give you a laptop too because you never know. Oh, he's got a book? Has he got a book coming out? The Hunter Biden story.
Afghanistan and his dad. And the interview lasted 5.5 hours.
Jesus Christ. And that, see, he's acting like this is a bad thing. What I've learned from the Joe Rogan experience is the longer the interview goes, the more popular your podcast is going to get.
Oh, you're in luck. We pause now to watch all 5.5 hours.
We need a vibrant immigration, but we don't want immigrants that are coming here illegally, draining us of resources, and also and being prioritized above people that are actual literal heroes that are coming home, or that are still recovering from.
He sounds just like his dad, just stuttering Joe Biden. I'm going to give you guys Joe Biden on that one. This is how loose I'm being. This is how generous I feel today.
20 years of endless war, or anybody else in our society. I think one of the failures was the way in which they executed the withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Migrant gangs.
I think it was an obvious failure. I think 13 Marines are dead. I think that there was a better way to do it. And I think that, I can blame it on his generals. I can blame it on the people, the way in which we did it. But my dad always knew this also, is that the buck stops with him. I think that was a failure.
Oh,
Wow.
Shit. Damn. Even Hunter hates the Dems. And the Dems fucking love Hunter Biden. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt the Dems a lot. Merry Christmas.
Ow. Sounds like somebody's been watching this show. Kilmeade, we talked about this on your
on the radio
amazingly
show.
rated radio show. You're welcome.
Number 4.
Are you surprised that he would be willing to throw his dad under the bus?
It was unbelievable. I mean, he has his dad's eloquence, no doubt about it. I mean, you can't get a sense of that without liking,
Get wrecked. Yeah. Wait. Now, this might be a very complicated performance because is Brian Kilmeade stuttering while he's making a dunk about eloquence? This might be a double layer joke. This is a very subtle performance from him here.
Eloquence, no doubt about it. I mean, you can't get a sense of that without liking, his dad's eloquence, no doubt about it. I mean, you can't get a sense of that without liking,
Wow. Can't get a sentence out without liking, What? What does that mean? Let's hear that again.
Dad under the bus?
It was unbelievable. I mean, he has his dad's eloquence.
That's the risk. If you're going to roast somebody's enunciation, if you're going to roast their flow, their eloquence, you're going to roast somebody's diction, you better not miss. You better fucking not miss. But it's Flub City, USA, as soon as he's trying to get. Let's watch this again. This is a special moment, guys.
Surprised that he would be willing to throw his dad under the bus?
It was unbelievable. I mean, he has his dad's eloquence, no doubt about it. I mean, you can't get a sense of that without liking, But it's amazing. He doesn't take the blame for anything.
Oh boy, I gotta save this one for later. That's excellent stuff. Excellent stuff, Kilmeade. Very, very funny that you would do that to yourself.
Personally, his dad screws up, but so.
You want to hear it one more time? Beck says do it again. Okay.
Are you surprised that he would be willing to throw his dad under the bus?
It was unbelievable. I mean, he has his dad's eloquence, no doubt about it. I mean, you can't get a sense of that without liking, But it's amazing. He doesn't take the blame for.
What does that mean? Can't get a sentence out without liking, What does that mean, Brian? I'll be watching this later.
For anything personally, his dad screws up, but so what? Everybody is bad except him. Jake Tapper, I was going to fight him, and then he was still mad at Jake Tapper. And Sean Ryan does a great job usually, but for the most part, this was therapy for this guy. And America had to go through it again.
Yeah, Mackie, when he was describing the burden that illegal immigrants put on the country, I kind of felt he was talking about himself as well. Because didn't he take up a lot of funds for people?
Why are we watching this? I mean, I'm glad we did. But I didn't see this is why you need to say period. This is why you need to say period. Because I don't know when the show starts. I don't know what it ends. But I'm glad we continued watching because that was a real gem. Thank you. Tyrus. Where's the... Very confused. All right, I guess that's it. I guess that's it for Gutfeld Bingo. Sorry that they weren't working. It's kind of weird that Gutfeld would take a day off like that, or even a whole fucking week. But he did. So all we got is one winner. We only got DJ Chemix as the winner. Now we're gonna have to watch some of the stuff that I found. Sorry, guys. I guess I could draw random. What says I could draw a random number? Wow, let's do it. Let's draw a random number. Stop. Oh. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Every time there's a joke, I'm gonna draw a random number. There's a setting. Hey, somebody's named Myles in here. I don't know about this. My name is Patton. I don't think there's. I think there's only. I filed the trademark for Myles a long time ago. Okay, let's take a look at this thumbnail, guys. We've got everything you could possibly want. We've got Peter Thiel, scholar of the Antichrist. We've got Bill O'Reilly, who was honorably discharged from Fox News for, I don't know, some sort of Democrat conspiracy. Tony Robbins, one of our favorite comics. Jordan Peterson, another great comedian, very sort of a psychiatric comedian. Dr. Phil, another famous psychiatrist who also helps. He goes on ICE raids and helps do mind warfare on migrant gangs. We've got Piers Morgan. Some say Pierce Morgan, but it's Piers, as in like at a dock. You go down to the pier to receive shipments of Labubus. Nice. Look at all the stars. Great job, Dave. What a hard-working guy.
If people listening get overwhelmed.
So the reason I clicked on this is because it says, now this is just for you guys, really. Tony Robbins This is his best life hack. Now, this guy's got one of the biggest heads in the world. And what do scientists know about big heads? It means they got big brains. So you know that this is going to be good advice. Now, this is his best. People pay thousands of dollars to go see Tony tell them to not be lazy losers. And this is free. This is free. This is right here, free, courtesy of Dave Rubin. Kink Shaman, thanks for the 100 biddies. There's Brian up there in the corner, very frustrated.
A lot of people do. The number one way you get overwhelmed is what I call stacking. So have you ever overreacted to someone, your kid or somebody like that, and you feel bad about it?
I would imagine once or twice.
Look at the size of him compared to Dave Rubin. He could eat Dave Rubin and crush him inside of his massive stomach. Just a big man. Very good teeth.
Once or twice. You weren't reacting to what the kid did.
Right, it's something else.
You reacted that it happened again. It's the stacking. Well, most of us, we take experiences, challenging, difficult experiences. We think of one after another, and then we're in overwhelm. You can also do the opposite. You can consciously, which I do every morning, this is how I do it. I do something that I call priming. I prime my brain.
Priming.
It's not a meditation because I found sitting and not thinking is not something I'm really good at. And I don't know many people that frankly are, right?
Impossible to not think. Yeah, a guy like Tony Robbins has got a million thoughts going on. Again, giant head, lots of thoughts in that big head of his. So priming, you got to prime in the morning. That's interesting because usually, I wake up, I pour myself a mixing bowl full of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. During the holidays, I might pour eggnog on the top of that cereal just because it's the holiday season. I'll eat this until I'm fully distended. And then whatever I can't fit in, I'll put it in the toilet. And then, then I feel pretty primed. I feel ready to explain jokes.
But instead, what I do is I do these 3-minute pieces, a little more than 3 minutes. And what I do is I focus on, for the first 3 minutes, everything I'm grateful for. Because gratitude is the antidote to the two emotions.
Look how big his chest is, too. I'm very envious of this. My chest has not touched my shirts in probably 10 years. I don't know if it's a shirt problem or just the fact that my chest is very small.
That mess most people up. Mess up your relationship, mess up your business, and that's fear and anger. You can't be angry and grateful simultaneously. You can't be fearful and grateful simultaneously. So I don't do it in some phony, I'm grateful. I think of 3 specific things in my life that I feel really grateful for. I usually find a little one, like today was the wind in my hair was outside. Another one was a smile on my daughter's face when she was doing her ballet yesterday and she was so proud of herself, I could.
See? You got to flash those kids. Flash the kids. Hey, boom. I'm a good man.
Think of 2 or 3 things. For a minute, I experience them in my body like I'm there, not like watching
See, he mentioned his daughter, but think of how more effective it would have been if he had pulled his daughter out from behind the chair, just sort of waved her in front of the camera briefly. More believable that way. I mean, I trust that he has kids, but if you can physically flash them.
Someone going down, a roller coaster there, thinking like you're in the front seat. And that changes your biochemistry. And now I do that every morning to start for 3 minutes. Then 3 minutes of kind of a blessing or a prayer for the people I love. And then 3 minutes, I focus on what I call 3 to thrive. What are 3 things I want to achieve? And instead of like hoping they're going to achieve, I see them, feel them, celebrate them as done. Whole thing's done in 10 minutes because.
This is crazy. This is actually very remarkably similar to how I prime, but I don't tend to get motivated. I tend to do the opposite. After my bowl of eggnog and Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm pretty sleepy. After that, but I'll say a silent prayer for all my favorite comics. And then I'm not going to lie, I'll spend more than 3 minutes. I'll spend upwards of an hour imagining being very successful. And then Honestly, I'll have a big nap, and then at the end of my nap, it's usually dinner time, and it's usually time for bed. So and maybe I might be over priming my day. I don't know, but very easy.
Because if I say do something for 20 minutes, you tell me you don't have time. But if you don't have 10 minutes for your life, you don't have a life. And I do that every morning.
I see that, and I see the regression that has taken place. And so when people are going off, particularly folks on the left, and they're talking about these policies and what policies are better and what's not, and then I see folks on the right talking about real life issues and stuff like that, I'm like, I hate to admit it, they make a lot of sense. They make a lot of sense because I'm here, I'm pulling up to the gas station, the price of gas. I go to the supermarket for myself. I'm not one of those dudes.
Oh, wow. So this guy goes to the supermarket. That's very rare. Normally, when you reach a certain level of success in America, you have slaves for everything you need. Of course, they're compensated. Sorry, they're not slaves. They do receive compensation from someone. I don't know who it is that pays them, but I'm sure they get nutrients in some way. And they take care of stuff. So going to the supermarket, very down to earth thing.
That just send people to go. I go. Yeah. I know what the price of milk is. I know what the price of eggs are. I know these things. Yeah. I pump my own gas unless my guy is with me, my security. I pump my own gas.
God, yeah, this guy's a real guy. He's out there driving around sometimes if his guy isn't there. And he's buying his own groceries sometimes.
I see the prices of this stuff. I'm like, what the hell is this? And so I look at things from that standpoint. And when you hear people talking about practical things, and then I saw folks on the left basically trying to guilt me into voting for you. It bothered me. I might have ended up voting for Kamala Harris because I didn't like how Trump acts. But what I didn't do was call him a racist. I didn't call him a Nazi. I knew Trump before he ran for president. Yeah. We talked on the phone. We talk at basketball games or boxing events. I knew this man. And so some of the things that were being said about him, I knew were not true. And I was saying, come on, y'all. You got to do better than that. And I look at all of those things, and all of those things contributed to my ultimate move to Florida, because I said, it's time to think about me more and stop being guilted into looking at things through their lens. And that's where I'm at.
King Shaman, yes. King Shaman is a good point. Stephen A. Smith, he does, and I've talked about this before, one black person is capable of representing the opinions of all black people. They can communicate telepathically amongst each other. They all go to the same barbecue every year. Cookouts, sometimes they call them, and they all meet and they all consolidate their opinions, and then one black person can speak for. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing they can do. I wish the whites could figure out how to do that, but we have not yet.
So at your opening speech, you were basically giving the story of Passover. It was the story of Exodus, of the Jews leaving Egypt to go to the Promised Land. And you were talking about the
similar to pluribus.
The 12 tribes, but there were the people that went in first. Yeah. What did you refer to them as?
Scouts of the future.
Scouts of the future. Yeah. I was thinking as you were talking about that.
Now let's look. First of all, so cool that they are, I assume, on a space station with the windows showing. Hopefully they're frosted now, but I assume they show outer space. Jordan Peterson looking fly as hell with his, looks like eagles all over his suit. It's very cool, very Don Cherry. Canadians, you might know who that is. Well, one of Canada's prime ministers. And Dave Rubin just looking so nice in that well-fitted suit. Very successful guy. I don't know what they're talking about. I've been distracted. I'm kind of also comparing redness level. You can see Jordan Peterson. Now, I would have thought Dave Rubin would have had more money. But you can see Jordan Peterson a little more red. He's a little more red, which means he might have a little bit more finances.
That seems to me to be some of these people that Trump has brought in. Trump sort of brought us all out of Egypt And now he's sending the scouts
Hey,
to go
thanks for
look
following.
and figure out, what do you have to do? How do we do all of this? I mean,
Yep.
it really is beautiful when these stories can make some congruence.
Well, the interesting thing about one of the interesting things about that story is the insistence that you have a moral obligation to be optimistic about the future. And the future, well, the future is akin to the present. It will be occupied by many of the same people. It's rife with formidable and even apocalyptic challenges. And that's always.
God, that was so many big words. I mean, I know that whatever he's telling me is the truth, because you don't use that many big words to lie. Impossible.
Is the case. And the question then is, what's the appropriate moral attitude in the face, even truly, of a potential apocalypse? And the answer to that always is faith, courage, and the optimism that springs from faith and courage.
What
and
kind
that
of
isn't
accent is
naive.
this? This is very bizarre.
You're required to do that morally. That's, in some ways, that's even the defining characteristic of faith. And so what does that mean? It means what Caleb and Joshua do report to Moses when they're sent to Canaan to scout out the future. They say, well, it's a place of formidable challenge, but if we maintain our upward aim and our covenant with the divine, then there's no desert we can't make bloom. And I think that's right. I also think that's the right rejoinder to the Malthusians, even from a biological perspective.
Rejoinder to the Malthusians. Oh my God. What does that mean? Is that like a... What's he talking about? What's a rejoinder? Is that someone who leaves the Discord and joins the Discord again?
Their notion is it's a zero-sum game and we'll multiply till we consume all possible resources. And the rejoinder to that is human beings transform the idea of resource itself. And
word of the day. Word of the day. Rejoinder.
The future is a place of unlimited possibility if you maintain your upward aim. I think that's true. And so if it's true, you're called upon to be a forthright and optimistic scout of the future. And then you're the people who lead the lost to the promised land. And yes.
We talk about time travel?
Yes, that seems correct.
What do you think the healthiest thing is to happen to some of these people? Like, as we uncover the fraud, you know, I'm not a huge fan of just starting to arrest people and people get caught up in things, and that's not a defense of anyone. And clearly there's been criminal abuse and fraud and all those things. Yes. But I think once we start arresting people, it puts us in sort of this cycle where we'll just all do it to each other. What's your general philosophy around that?
So if you guys don't know, Peter Thiel, he's part of a group of people who were in Palo Alto in the late 90s, early 2000s. If you are a person who was physically present in the Bay Area in the early 2000s, you were, you have $100 million now. You didn't have to invest in anything or do anything or have an app. If you were simply there, if you were able to exist in that zone, I don't know how big it is, maybe 500 square mile area. I think you were just given money. And so this is what he did. And so that's why he gets to be here.
I think the somewhat obnoxious suggestion I had was that we need something like a Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which was set up in post-apartheid South Africa, where, you know, as long as we got to the truth and we figured out what had happened, there can be reconciliation. But the first step is we need to come clean. We need to have some accountability for what happened. And so I don't want us to have lots of arrests. I don't want lots of people to just get prosecuted. But I do think we need to have a lot more transparency into what exactly was going on in the sausage making factory. And
this is the first mention of the sausage making factory. What do you guys know about the sausage making factory? What have you heard? That's what a lot of people say. What's going on in the sausage making factory? That's code. That's code speak. The sausage making factory.
My suspicion is that that sort of transparency will very much discourage a repeat of this behavior. I think the FISA process was completely out of control.
Mm-hmm.
The Russia conspiracy theories, 2016, 2017, it was completely insane, contrived, in some ways extremely malicious.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what they're talking about here, but interesting that he would bring up the sausage making factory, because, you know, a lot of people don't want to talk about the sausage making factory. Who the hell is this? Oh, Ron DeSantis. Look at that. That's a good guy. Hey.
You're
welcome to
Madison
tug on
Square
it.
Garden. They hit me up in the me and my staff was there in the lobby of the Peninsula Hotel and said, was he serious about that? And I was standing right there.
You're
My staff
welcome
said
to tug
yes.
on
They
it.
said, well, we've
Thanks
got
for
one
tugging.
coming up, and here's the information that you can contact. We said, here's our information. You can contact us. We'll come. We'll get there.
Yeah, so Dr. Phil, this is what's so crazy. Dr. Phil, now he was, a lot of people don't know this, he was Oprah Winfrey's chauffeur for 10 years. He was driver to and from Oprah Studios, where she would promote books and talk to Tom Cruise. And then one day he said, Oprah, you know, I'm a doctor. And then she was like, what are you? And he was like, you better believe it. And then she was like, you should have a television show. And then so he was given a show that came on after Oprah, where he would mediate arguments between people who had just got out of prison or were heading to jail. And it was very dramatic, great TV, became very popular for people who were unemployed or sick. And then, which is, you know, hundreds of millions of Americans. And then he retired gracefully from his television show. And then the comedian Adam Ray started doing Dr. Phil impressions on the Tony Hinchcliffe Kill Tony show. And that started to become and he also did it at the Comedy Store just as a separate thing where he would pretend to be Dr. Phil. And that it became very popular. And Dr. Phil he was like, how is a man pretending to be me making so much money? Clearly, the world still has an appetite for Dr. Phil. And so Dr. Phil took it upon himself to become a right-wing podcaster and someone who helps ICE find migrants. And he has resurged. He's come back. He's in the spotlight again. He's back in the pocket, talking. He's got his earbuds in. He's talking to all the people. He's doing great. So Dr. Phil is back, and he looks the same age as he did 25 years ago because he's very wealthy. And when you have money injected into your body, you stay very young.
At their own expense. All you got to do is tell us when, tell us where. They said, okay, we'll be in touch. Ghosted us. Never heard another word. They actually didn't want me to come at all. I think maybe that person got back and said, hey, I talked to Dr. Phil. And he said, are you nuts? Because they actually didn't want me there. But I damn sure would have gone. And I probably made 100 requests from people inside the party, inside the inner circle, to interview Biden and Harris. And neither one of them would talk to me. And you know, the thing is, I would never have disrespected either. I wasn't a particular Biden fan, but I would never disrespect the office of the President of the United States. What a bad look that is. You just don't do that. I wouldn't do that. I would have treated him with the dignity and respect that someone in that office deserves. I would have asked questions, of course, but I would never disrespect the President of the United States. And I said very clearly, had Kamala Harris been elected president?
Yeah. See, people understand America is a democracy, and if you make fun of the president, you should be jailed. Great interviews. Thank you for rejoining? Thank you for talking all year. Hey, we got a little JP Sears sketch for you guys. Rejoinder. Okay, so this is going to be a joke about MK Ultra, the famous Democrat program where they tried to brainwash people into becoming woke in the 20th centuries. Edit comment. I don't think I can. Here we go. Just for you guys.
Megan Fox, like turn her into like the blood thing. She's got a vial of blood.
Excuse me, is this MK Ultra?
No. Who are you? I'm sorry. What? There's no. We don't. There's no. MK Ultra isn't a thing.
Hello.
It is MK Ultra. It's
okay. So a little bit of Offenbach, very goofy composer, very goofy sound. Gonna have lots of pizzicatos. And here's JP. Oh no. Oh God. Do we have any doctors? Do we have any doctors in the chat? Any medical professionals? What does this mean? Sometimes when you become when you enter a state of redness that is so pure and powerful, your brain does start to leak out a little bit and form nodules under the skin. Where's Dr. Phil? Exactly. He's looking red, looking happy. I mean, it's Christmas. Maybe this is just Christmas, JP. Maybe he's just full of joy. But yeah, sometimes when you're a guy that's this smart, your ideas can sort of pool. Either this is my diagnosis. I'm not a doctor. I'm a joke explainer. I can only really see humor, and I can only prescribe a few medications. But sometimes you have too many ideas. You're too smart. The ideas can bubble under the surface and stick under the skin. Or sometimes, probably this is more likely, JP is a very fit guy, very buff guy. When you're doing forehead exercises, which I don't know, if you want to have a forehead that's strong, what you have to do is you have to get some weights. You put the weights on your eyebrows, and you act surprised, and you lift your eyebrows over and over again. And you can actually really build that muscle onto the forehead and get it really nice and fit, really tight. Just really tight forehead. Some guys can get abs on their forehead that way. But sometimes you pull a muscle, you get yourself a little knob.
says it all over in here.
How can I help you?
Well, my name's JP, and I couldn't find like an online admissions department, so I thought I'd just drop off my application.
You want to work for MK Ultra?
I want to be MK Ultra.
Like, you're an asset we control?
Yeah, like indoctrinate me, activate me, and just like I'll do whatever you want. I just really want to serve my country.
So you can tell this is great production value. You know that it's an evil place because the room is red. Remember, red, if your skin is red, it means you're successful. If the light in the room is red, that means it's bad. And the TV behind him says MK Ultra. And a lot of the times when you go to a secret organization, they'll have the name of the organization on the television as like a background.
I have never heard of a volunteer. Like, we've never MK Ultra'd someone who wanted it. That's new for us, but we could try it. The other thing is it has to be someone who's easily distractible.
Oh my gosh, is that Britney Spears?
Yeah, it is. And she's different, isn't she?
Okay, so the MK Ultra screen is starting to play some TikToks.
Her career's really changed, hasn't it?
And that's not any like psychotic break that like we did or anything. She's just in her knife phase.
So creative.
You know, naked knife phase, we call it, or she calls it, I guess, voluntarily. I don't even know why it's on, but you seem to be pretty into that. You sure you want to be on MK Ultra? You want to do this?
Well, my grandfather was in World War II. My uncle fought in Vietnam.
You see this? Denver the dog. So innocent. Look at this. And we don't want Denver to die. Okay. All right. Here's what we're going to do.
What's going on?
In a second, I'm going to say giraffe sandwich. Not a thing you hear a lot. If it was a common word, you'd be going nuts. But not a lot of people ask for that. So I'm going to say that. And when I do...
I don't know if it's the Red Room or JP Sears, but I'm fucking roasting hot right now. I'm gonna turn the heater down, or I'm gonna develop a tiny knob on my forehead. I'm not gonna play an ad. I'm gonna be back in 5 seconds. Okay, no swearing when I'm gone. Okay, whoa.
I want you to go down the hall. You're going to find the janitor and him. And then come back, and you won't remember any of this, okay? Sound good? All right. So your dad was...
Okay, now we got back to Mozart again. Now, interesting.
Was in the war.
Yeah, Army 50.
I don't know if JP Sears is a fan of classical music or just ringtones.
Infantry division.
My dad fought in the Navy too. Like he was in Old Navy, he was in all of them. Infantry and platoon and Full Metal Jacket. He was crazy.
Oh my gosh, you must be so proud.
Okay, that's a joke. Those are all movies. Those are all movies.
I mean, he was in the war. A lot of talk about the old days, huh? You know, I could sure go for a giraffe sandwich right now.
Well, if you'll excuse me, sir, I had some spicy Mexican food for lunch. Is there a bathroom down the hall I could use?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Go for it. He's going to kill him. He's killing Herb. Herb's new, who cares?
So your father was in the Navy?
You have passed our first test.
What test?
And you've passed the second test.
It implies pee.
You don't
and
know
poo.
what's going on, do you?
No. I mean, you're talking about your father's military service. Very impressive record.
You don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah, platoon, Saving Private Ryan. My dad was in all that. I am proud of you.
Gordo wins the extended Gutfeld bingo. Congratulations.
I am proud of you.
Katy Perry?
How'd you get in here, by the way? This is a very high security area in the Pentagon.
Oh, I just told the guards that I'm trans and they didn't really want to deal with me, so they just waved me by.
Oh, you're trans?
No, I just said that. But my boyfriend is trans.
Oh, you're gay?
No, my boyfriend is a girl.
Guys, I am fucking... I don't know if it's just because I'm so warm right now, or if I am lost. Is that the joke? I know, because I know MK Ultra is like a brainwash organization. That's the joke. Is that what is going on? Is it funny because it's so wacky and it's so confusing? Is that what we're doing here? Is that the thing? Gordo with a Rumble link. A Rumble link. On Rumble Monday. Gordo, thank you for staying beautifully in the theme of the day. Tip of the hat. Can I post a second 20-second Erica Kirk? Yes. Throw it in there. We owe it to the widow. America's widow. It's Christmas time still. It's Christmas until I say it's not Christmas anymore. So don't get sad. It's like people say Christmas is over. It's still Christmas. Gorda, you have another link, or is this the link? Gordo got the link. And it's from America Fest. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Excellent stuff. Okay. Okay, we're going to start. We're going to start with the Gordo Rumble link. Now let's just say we got through everything. Yep. That was a lot of my shit here. What? Okay. Anyway, sometimes Rumble is quite the thing. I'm going to start with this one just because it's on theme. It's Rumble Monday. And this is fairly breaking news. Nicki Minaj calls Vance assassin in exchange with Erica Kirk. Oh my goodness, that's a little awkward because Charlie Kirk was famously assassinated by, this isn't on, you probably won't hear this on the mainstream media, but probably a Hillary Clinton or Clinton Foundation operative. So it's a little awkward to mention the assassin to the widow.
Dear young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
That's funny. So you can. So this is just an oop. This is a little oopsie joke, right? This isn't something. Sometimes things in life are funny, and they weren't written by comedians. They were written by God. Okay. So God has a team of writers, and He writes these little oopsie moments. They're not planned by us humans. They're just little oopsies. So you can see the moment the cringe hits. So you can see where the cringe. So she says assassin, and she physically like a little bit of heart. Sometimes the cringe, something that is mental, can manifest, and you can feel it in your body. But Erica's cool with it, right? She's got a sense of humor. She's not a fucking, like a woke liberal would have been like, bad taste.
Okay, we'll edit laughter in there.
Bad taste to make fun of my husband getting his throat blown apart. But Erica Kirk is cool. She's Charlie was a funny guy. Charlie was a funny comedian. You can't be married to a comedian and not have a sense of humor.
Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine. Yes, we did. I love you. I love you. You have to laugh about it, truly. I have been called every single thing.
Zoolander, thanks for the 69 bits. Now, as a joke explainer, let me just, the best thing to do is if you misspeak, it's best to just plow through and keep going. Do you guys remember when Brian Kilmeade was criticizing Hunter Biden for not being an eloquent speaker, and in his criticism was flubbing every fucking word he was saying? So that's a little bit of a self-dunk, right? But he just pushed on through. He ignored it. He moved on. He just is like a snow plow that gets caught on, a dead body. You just fucking plow it. It's someone else's problem. Just fucking plow through the snow. Let the body go in the ditch. You don't want to stop your whole day to deal with that. Just keep plowing and keep on going down the road. Nicki Minaj here she doesn't deal with it very well. She stops the whole flow. She stops the program. You know, as someone with a bachelor's of music, I can tell you, when you have a piano recital and you fuck up, you know, a passage of Brahms, you just need to keep going. Stay in the beat. Don't stop. If you stop, they're going to know. If you can fuck up 12 bars of Schoenberg, no one's going to know. But as soon as you stop, it's a disaster.
You know what? God is so good, you let it roll right off your back.
God is so good, you let it roll right off your back. Amen, sister. Look at these Rumble thumbnails we got here. We got everyone. We got Kim Iverson. We got the Mondays show. Hannah Claire. We got Take Up Your Cross. And we got more AI images that are just so good. Okay, this is now I saw the preview for this one, and I could already tell I was gonna like this. Look at the mic. Look at the aggressive hold on this microphone. First of all, he's got everything you want in an alpha male, right? He has his bicep is bulging out of this suit. This is how a suit is supposed to fit. It's supposed to look like it's about to burst. Very tight haircut, tight suit, buttoned down to the chest. You can see, and it also, not only is the bear, now you can see how red his chest is. So you can see that there's a lot of success there. But also the V in the chest forms an arrow that points towards the genitals. And women find that very attractive. And then in the side of the screen, you can see another bicep just sort of hanging out. So you know he's got some good bros. Let's see what this guy has to say. I'm so interested. I want to hold this mic fucking like a fucking manly man, like this. Just fucking grabbing it. Ah. Like a fucking real man.
You two girls are making OnlyFans. Is it worth giving up a family and love? Because any man that is worth his salt that you would even be attracted to wouldn't put up with it. I can tell you right now. And you, my dear, are a depreciating asset. Every day that goes by, you're going to be less and less beautiful.
Oh, shit. He's going to dunk on these sluts, guys. He's going to dunk on these sluts.
And at some point, there's going to be a history of you doing that. As beautiful as you are, you're stunning. You're a pretty girl.
Okay, wow, he's really stuck in a bind here, right? Because the strong Christian businessman side of him is like, these are depreciating assets, but the fully testosterone side of him is like, fuck, I'd love to fuck these beavers.
But no man that is going to be in your league is going to put up with it. And so the question is, if you were truly in love and you had true desire for a man that would put his foot down with you, tell you how it was going to be, would you or would
Oh shit! And his bro's like, "Get him, boss."
you not give up?
This is awesome.
No, I wouldn't. Same way if I wanted to really expand my dating pool.
Then you do not genuinely desire that man. You would not be in love with that man. Good job. Because if you were in love with that man, you would shut it down. And that
Is that Willie Nelson? It is.
You would shut it down, and that day will come for you. It'd probably be way
Again,
down
why
the
don't
road.
I put on a hijab? Because then I can find a man who actually reciprocates. Because Muslim men lower their gaze when other women
that asks you
walk
to do it
by.
and you say no to, you're going to look at as you will not respect him and you will not love him. Any man that you look up to and respect, you would quit doing it for. And that day might not be today, but it will come.
Damn. You know, a lot of women, you know, there are a lot of feminists they have slurs for this. They call this mansplaining, right? This is why you can't let women talk and accuse you of mansplaining. You have to fucking talk over them, or they'll say stuff that it will annoy you. So just never let them talk, men. Never. Why do you think it's just me out here? Huh? Why do you think it's just me? Because no women gonna talk over me. Excellent video. Thank you. God, that's fucking what a strong grip. He laid it out. to those whores, whoever they are. What are their names? And where do I find them? These fucking dumb bitches. Because believe me, I don't care. Okay. This looks good. Get Erica Kirk, all in white, angelic, Turning Point USA, her late comedian husband's foundation that he created with his bare hands, and a little bit of hair and pure resolve. And he primed every morning like Tony Robbins. He primed, he prayed, and he went to college campuses and he talked at them and made sure they couldn't say anything back. Say what you will about Charlie Kirk, at least he debated it in the proper way, which was loudly and angrily without any fact checkers or moderators. That is how you debate. Okay? Say what you will about the guy, but at least he absolutely had nobody there to verify the things he said.
Devastating loss of Charlie Kirk, my incredible husband at UVU. Caleb has persisted with the same grift.
Is this Sam Bankman-Fried?
Excuse me, gift.
Did she say grift instead of gift? That's a Gutfeld slip-up.
Caleb has persisted with the same grift.
Oh man, I wish I could turn this up more. This is on full. Here's the evidence. That's full volume. What a slip-up.
Same grift. Excuse me. Same grift. The same grift. With the same grift. Excuse me. Gift. Grit. It has been a long day.
She said she flubbed it multiple times. Grift. Gift. Grit. Say that 3 times fast. Grift, grit, gift, gift, grit, gift, gift, grit, gift, gif. Maybe just gif. Gift, grift, gift. Gift, grift. Grift, gift, grit. Grit, gift, grit. Grift, gift, grit. That's pretty quick. Sorry, I forgot you guys were here.
Trust me, you're not a grifter, honey. It's all good.
Oh, okay, good. Glad she clarified that. So anyone tries to accuse this grit-filled man of grifting, that's going to be you're going to get the gift of a dunk. That is excellent. Thank you for those videos. Guys, excellent selection of submitted videos today. Thank you, Gordo and DJ Chemix, for those wonderful little nuggets of Christmas time. Turning Point USA, always a very funny comedy festival. Oh, Amy, yeah, you would have got it. Amy, if you got a whore, you would have won, but you didn't. Sorry. Next time, Friday. Hey, we're back here on Friday. We're back to the regular schedule again. Back to work. Out here grinding, priming for the day. Remember to stay primed. Wake up. 3 minutes for meditation, 3 minutes for prayer, and then 3 minutes of you guys envisioning your future business success. Manifesting it, not only envisioning your business success, but celebrating your successful business that you've imagined in your head. And you will find that that business will appear. You guys, thanks for watching today. Stay Christmas, and I'll see you on Friday. Thanks for playing, and as always, see you in the comments section. Goodbye, everybody.